Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Flag!
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kill!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
General West.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack, and remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first run.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The game gets longer, baby. That's it. Hey, let's feed him. Let's go. Here we go. 180. You remember me? 11.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Value three.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
What are you talking about? And bring it.
Go.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 28.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Goff on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery. Gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here goes tonight. Black 20.
It's going to be a long...
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Solomon Thomas made the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Now it's gone. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the... Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds McKinnon, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability.
Here we go.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super Joe.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
54, Mike. Go. Go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Rams.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
21. Here we go. Hey, gun.
Mike Foco.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
21. I got you. 21. Here we go.
Crunch.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11, black 80!
Me and you. It's just me and you. Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo. Now watch one, watch one. Alert flare.
65. Hey, gun.
Get moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get that. 44. Mike.
Hey, alert.
Now on second and 16. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
11.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
21.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Tighten up.
21. I got you.
Mike, 44. Get your swerve on. 44.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll toss it to Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Rams' 36-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You got tight. You got tight right there. You draw quicker.
Here's Gurley.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. You got to step up.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Niners, 39.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And an alley to run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Hold on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And some space here. There goes Green. Touchdown, L.A. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Niners take over at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 37.
Here we go. Like 20.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Garoppolo now. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Cut. Like 20.
54 mic. I got it.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams,
got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, gun. 6.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Finding room at the 30. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
44, Mike, 44. I got you.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Eleven.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, high 7.
58 to
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
2 for 1.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so possession goes over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I've never played.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
20.
Goff going to throw it. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying,